and maraming mga nakakita, nakapanood, and nagkaroon ng violent reaction. Pero I know, vlogger, and talagang may mga hindi silang magandang sinabi. I still believe na mas magiging fruitful pa rin ang ating buhay kung di po tayo magpo-produce ng mga negativity sa buhay ng ibang tao. Isang Canada.ca ang ultimate source of information. Maganda po talaga na kapag kami mga information, a permanent resident count. So, ang aming total physical presence. Ito yung malaking misconception ng mga nag-comment na ang edit tayo guys. Bumili kami sa Macau kanina. Halo-halo flavor. First time ko na matry itong halo-halo flavor. And naubusan na ako ng ice. Kaya magdagdag tayo sa ref. Yan, katanghalian. Actually, hindi katanghalian kasi 6 PM na. Pero yan, sobrang maliwanag talaga hanggang mamayang 8:30 or 9. Hindi ko na napapansin actually. So, yan, naka-close muna yung aming mga window, yung blinds. Ngayong pagkakasagsagan ng araw. And then, pagka ganitong oras na, or earlier, ayun, pwede na nating buksan. So, try ko muna itong isa. Ayan, ganitong mga oras, actually pwede nang buksan pala hanggang doon sa taas. Ayan, may nag-doorbell. Naglalaro yung mga bata sa labas. Ayan, actually parang gusto ko na rin buksan lahat. Kasi ano na, wala na yung ano ng araw. Ayan, ang hirap nag-a-adjust yung camera. So, sige, buksan na lang natin lahat. All open. Ayan. Ayun. Pagka high ceiling lang, yun lang talaga. Maganda na motorized tong blinds dahil nga hindi mo siya maaabot or I don't know, pero talagang nung bumili kami, prefer namin na matic na lang tong demotorized na lang tong mga nasa higher part. So ayan, yung halo-halo natin wala nang ice, brush na lang para yes.
And throw the thing on our house.
Yeah, for sure.
That's Daddy. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Hi.
What are you watching? Ready? 3.
Nagkaroon po ako ng isang video sa Reels na naging viral and maraming mga nakakita, nakapanood and nagkaroon ng violent reaction dahil sa bilis ng aming PR approval and at the same time yung pag-mention ko na pwede na kami makapag-apply ng citizenship next year. So, ang daming nag-react. Nakakalungkot lang din talaga kasi marami yung mga nagpakawala ng mga hindi magagandang salita. Pero, I know, vlogger, kailangan matibay ang ating kalamnan. And napansin ko yung mga nag-comment na mga negative ay mga matatagal ng citizen or PR ng matagal, and yung iba ay talagang mga matatanda na, parang siguro approaching 60 to 70, and talagang may mga hindi silang magandang sinabi, and nakakalungkot lang din talaga na the sad reality, may mga toxic na Pinoy na hindi magiging masaya sa tagumpay ng iba. I am glad na maraming mga naka-appreciate pa rin bagamat may mga negative ang naging reaction ng aming PR approval. Pero mas marami pa rin talaga yung naki-heart and natuwa and nag-congratulate din sa amin. And may mga nag-follow na rin sa amin sa Facebook because of that. And yun nga lang, pansin ko lang din na sa Facebook, hindi sila ganun ka-aware sa immigration process, sa mga new pathway, new streams na nangyayari, yung mga nangyayari sa immigration. And observe ko kasi na sa Facebook more on live content, live in Canada content. Nagulat ako na sobrang violent ang kanilang reaction dahil scam daw, fake news, wag maniwala basta-basta, clickbait, and so on. Marami po talaga. And another thing pa na kanilang ikinagalit, or ikina-violent reaction, and yung iba okay naman kasi inopost lang nila in a nice way without trash talk na ganito, ganyan. Pero actually guys, kung babasahin natin, pupunta tayo mismo sa Canada.ca, the ultimate guide ng immigration, maiintindihan nyo po. And actually, merong examples doon, merong physical presence calculator na pwedeng i-fill in nyo yung information ninyo, kailan kayo na PR, kailan nyo balak mag-apply, kukomputin niya mismo ang days na kailangan mo. By doing that, malalaman nyo na po kung na-hit nyo yung 1,095 requirements. And actually, depende kasi din sa status mo. So, mamaya po sa video, I'm gonna share more details. Nakakatuwa pa rin na bagamat may mga nag-o-object, may mga nakakaintindi pa rin ng mga Pinoy. Kasi talagang iba-iba din ang computation. Pagka temporary resident landed ka, meron din na requirements doon. May avenue doon na kailangan din i-check as a temporary resident kung naging temporary resident ka before ka na PR, and may case din na PR landed. Meron din certain requirements doon for citizenship. So both parties, TRV, kasama na doon yung student, worker, may certain requirements pa rin na ma-meet under doon, and ganun din sa mga PR landed. So there's no matic na status na pwede nga makapag-apply ng citizenship. Na-mention ko to kasi may nag-comment na naman patungkol doon. So again guys, Canada.ca will always be the ultimate guide. Hindi yung sinabi lang sa iyo. May mga iba naman, napaliwanagan mo na, ganito, ganyan, pero hindi pa rin sila, ayaw pa rin nila na maging masaya para sa'yo. So, ayun lang guys. Wala naman po tayong inaano. I still believe na mas magiging fruitful pa rin ang ating buhay kung di po tayo magpo-produce ng mga negativity sa buhay ng ibang tao. Ang Canada.ca ang ultimate source of information. Maganda po talaga na kapag may mga information ay dito natin i-confirm. So, para hindi po tayo magkaroon ng mga false information. So, i-type natin Canada Citizenship Requirements, and then from this website, www.canada.ca, ayan, eto na po yun, apply for citizenship. Who can apply? So, makikita natin may mga eligibility requirements. Be a permanent resident, have lived in Canada for 3 out of the last 5 years, have filed taxes if you need to, prove your language skills, pass a citizenship test, take the oath of citizenship. So, may mga information pa po ito sa loob. So, i-click lang natin. So, diretso na tayo dito sa check your eligibility. So, yan. Maganda rito sa Canada.ca, marami talagang silang information na very beneficial. Katulad nito, meron kang pwedeng sagutan para malaman mo nga kung qualified ka or eligible na for citizenship. First question, have you been a permanent resident and physically been in Canada for at least 3 of the last 5 years or 1,095 days. But again guys, merong specific counting dito na days siya dahil sa may counting po na 0.5 and meron ding count as 1 day. Mamaya, we will go further to that details. So, yes. Naging PR na po tayo. In the last 5 years, have you been outside of Canada for more than a total of 730 days? No. Yan, di po tayo lumabas sa Canada. Have Canadian officials advised you to leave Canada or that you have unfulfilled conditions related to your PR status? No. Do you any of the following apply to you? I am serving a term of imprisonment, parole, probation. I am serving a sentence outside Canada. I am charged with on trial or involved in an appeal for an offense under. Yan. So medyo more on negative mga yan, imprisonment, parole, mga paglabag sa sa batas. So wala naman tayong mga ganito. So no. You may need to have proof that you know English or French. Which of this best describes your situation? Examples of proof, ayan. So, merong examples dito. Results from third-party language test, we approve. So, probably ito yung mga IELTS, CELPIP. And next, ito, sa mga international students. So, pwede na ang diploma, certificate, or final transcript for a secondary or post-secondary school program in English or French. Then another one, yung results from a government-funded language training program with at least a CLB or NCLC level. So, yan, si husband meron siya. So, maraming situational rito. Pero ito, binasa ko na kanina, dito tayo pasok. Kung si husband yung aming kung sa profile ni husband. Kasi ako wala akong language test pa. So, mag-a-apply ako. And, ayan. So, dito siya pasok. I am between 18 and 54 and have proof of my language skills. Next question. In the past 5 years, have you been required to file your personal income taxes under the Income Tax Act of Canada? I'm not sure if the required na term, pero i-yes ko na lang to. Did you file your personal income tax if you were required to do so in the past 5 years? Yes na lang din. Dahil nagpa-file naman din talaga tayo annually. You probably meet the requirements to apply for Canadian citizenship. Next steps. Ayan. Use the physical presence calculator. So, i-click muna natin tong physical presence calculator. Sa physical presence calculator. So, what are the physical presence requirements? So again, as I mentioned kanina, na depende kasi din yung computation sa status mo. Kung permanent resident ka, count as 1 day yon. And pagka temporary residents ay may corresponding counting din po yon. Iko-confirm natin lahat ng mga information na yan. So sabi rito, to be eligible for Canadian citizenship, you must have been physically present in Canada for at least 1,095 in the 5 years immediately before the date of application. So sa case namin, since next year pa nga ang aming application will be more than 4 years na next year. So we encourage applicants to apply with more than the minimum requirement of 1,095 days of physical presence to account for any miscalculations of absences or any other aspect that could lower the physical presence total below 1,095 days. And ito yon. May nagsabi nga sa amin na kailangan daw 2 years as permanent resident. That is correct. But na-miss lang nila yung information na sinabi ko na next year pa kami mag-a-apply. Kasi nga, ayun, aware naman din talaga kami na dapat ay 2 years na PR na. So, next year, January 2025, ilang months na lang, ayun, magiging 2 years na kami. So, pasok pa rin nga sa mini-mention namin na application namin for the last quarter or third quarter of the year sa 2025. So, wala namang problema dahil mamimit pa rin nga itong 2 years as permanent resident. Okay, when calculating your time in Canada, only the 5 years immediately before the date of your application are taken into account. So, yan, first 5 years lang. Next bullet, each day each day. Ayan, sinabi niya. You were physically present in Canada. Yan, as an authorized temporary resident or protected person before you became, yan, naka-bold siya, before you became a permanent resident, count as half day. Yan. So kami, manual calculation din kasi talaga namin to, 0.5. So, ito yung malaking misconception ng mga nag-comment na ang ika-count lang daw ay ang during the permanent residency. Na-overlook nila ang information na ito na lahat ng pagstay natin sa Canada, kahit na temporary resident lang or protected person as mentioned here. So, temporary resident, kasama na yan ng student, OFW, or yung mga work permit, pasok po yan. Ang aming mga stay dito sa Canada ay counted siya as half day. Ayan. So, eto na nagsabi guys sa immigration na counted siya. And then, pero merong isang note dito na hanggang 365 days lang ang pwede mong ma-claim dito. So, more kung matagal ka ng temporary resident, kumari naka 10 years ka, example na work permit, yung 365 days lang na equivalency, yung maika-count mo as the maximum days. Hindi mo pwedeng ma-compute yung buong 10 years mo as temporary resident. So yun, 365 lang ang max as a temporary resident. Third bullet, each day you were physically present in Canada after you became a permanent resident counts as 1 day. So, nung na-PR na, yun, full day na, 1 day na ang counting sa kanya. So, kung naka 2 years ka na, yun, 365 plus 365, so 700 days na yun. Counting towards the requirement na 1,095 days. So, dito, yan, wala namang masyadong pagkakaiba. I mean, misconception kasi alam nila lahat talaga dun sa nag-comment na 1 day lang, I believe na alam nila na pag permanent resident ka, count as 1 day. Pero yun nga, yung dito sa second bullet na ang kala nila hindi counted ang being a temporary resident. Walang counting doon. Pero ayun nga, dito, as mentioned, it is counts as half day to a maximum of 365 days. Okay, next bullet, time spent serving a sentence for an offense in Canada. So, hindi na natin babasahin na wala tayong mga ganito, mga imprisonment, probation, parole. So, not applicable with our case. So, pumunta na tayo dito sa calculator. So, ayan. Under the physical presence calculator, sa pinakababa, nandun ang calculation. So, start calculation. And then, first question, enter the date you will sign the application. If you do not know when you will sign the application, or are only checking to see if you are eligible, enter today's date. So meron kaming target date. So yun na lang ang ilalagay ko. That is August 31st, 2025. Enter the date you became a permanent resident. So yan, meron nga daw sa back of your permanent resident card. And ako naman, wholeheartedly, alam ko talaga yung petsa na to. So ayan, kaya kong ilagay agad-agad. That is January 25th, 2023. Calculate. Then, kung mapapansin natin, hanggang dito sa araw before the day ng aming permanent residency ay hanggang dito yung date na to sa under ng pagtatanong nila ng temporary resident. So, did you have Canadian temporary resident, example, visitor, international student, temporary worker, protected person? Yes, submit. Please only list the periods of time you had authorized temporary resident or protected person between 2020 August 31st and 2023 January 24th. So 24th January, this is the day before kami na PR. So, actually, trinay ko na ilagay itong international student, tapos temporary resident. Sa PGWP naman ito. Same result. Pero sige, yun na nga lang din ang gagawin ko. Pero kasi trinay ko rin yung other way na dito lahat, temporary resident, yung student days na hanggang before na ma-PR. Ito, same ano lang din, same calculations. Pero sige, doon na lang tayo sa mahirap na way. So, international student. By the way, this is the profile of our principal applicant or si husband. Ayun. So, ang kanyang international student days ay nag-start August 4, 2021. And then, nakapag PGWP siya na approve. So, that before ng day na yon, that is October 20, 2022. Yan po yung before na ma-approve ang kanyang PGWP bago namin ma-receive. So, add entry. So, under PGWP, click natin tong temporary resident permit holder. Na-approve siya. Dumating na yung kanyang official approval. That is October 21, 2022. At ilalagay ko dito yung a day before kami ma-PR. Kasi during PGWP talaga dumating yung aming PR approval, ang aming official date ng pagiging PR. So, that is January 24th, 2023. Yan, January 25, 2023, yun ang aming PR day. Add entry. So, ayan na. 269.5 days ang total ng aming equivalency ng temporary resident days. So, although we have the 539 days, calendar days, pero since 0.5 nga lang ang ika-count, ito na yung equivalent niya na magka-count towards the 1,095 days. Ito lang yung mako-consider. Then, calculate. Next screen, did you spend time serving a sentence for an offense in Canada? No. Submit. Continue. Did you leave Canada? No. Submit. Continue. So, eto na po. Yan. Kung mapapansin natin, merong dalawang information dito. Ang permanent residence date at ang application date. Yan. So, sa pagiging permanent resident, ayan, ang counting namin na makakredit sa aming para sa requirement ay 949. And then, sa pagiging temporary resident, yan, ang makikredit lang ay 269. So, ayan. So, ang aming total physical presence ay 1,218, which is sobra-sobra na po para sa 1,095 days na requirement. At kami po ay currently nasa more than 4 years na ng pagstay sa Canada sa time ng aming submission, sa aming target date ng submission ng citizenship application. So yun guys, talagang Canada.ca will always be the source of information. Mas okay po na kung may narinig kayo, magbasa po tayo sa Canada.ca. Even kahit sa akin po, pag may na-vlog ako, tapos parang medyo duda kayo, always feel free to visit ang Canada.ca para sa correct information. And guys, spread love. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe. Kung interested po kayo sa aming mga topics about immigration, student permit, work permit, visitor's visa, and life here in Canada. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care. I'll see you again. Bye for now.